welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal.
I'm Andio.
And we are KAMMA, about to talk about UFC Houston. And we're going to talk about our final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs for the prelims. Looking at the face-offs, man, it was absolutely insane. I'm super hyped for this event on Saturday. And yeah, man, it looked like there were some intense face-offs. There were some pretty good face-offs, man. And I can't wait to get into this, man. So the first fight here, Juliana Miller against Carly Judice. Yeah, who do you got here, Andio, still?
Yeah, and not to mention only one weight miss, I think. Yeah, in this one here, I got to say Juliana Miller came in pretty good shape. The best I think I've ever seen her come in. Judice coming in looking like she usually does. My pick is still going to be Judice. I think she just throws too much for a very hittable fighter to get anything going. I think that's the way it's going to go, but I am uncomfortable with, like, you know, the first fight on the card, a ladies fight, being so wide in odds. But give me Judice by decision or knockout.
Yeah, man, looking at these two fighters here, they are pretty much the same height.
Don't you find she looks in better shape, Miller?
Miller looks in decent shape. I mean,
not better shape maybe than Judice, but better shape than Miller looked herself before, you know?
Yeah. She looks in better shape than she looked before, I guess. I mean, she's still pretty skinny, though. Not very muscular there. It looks like Judice also looks pretty skinny as well. They're both pretty skinny, but Judice looks like a little bit more of the muscular, ripped side than Miller. But I like that they're the same height.
Yeah.
I'm definitely, going for Carly Judice to hit harder in this one, man. I'm sure that, she's got the knockout power. We talked about it there. Carly Judice, she's got 5 wins. All of them are by knockout. And Juliana Miller just gets knocked out pretty easily there. She's not very strong. She got knocked out by Luana Santos, so I don't really find to be that much of a powerful striker, Luana Santos. And Luana Santos knocked her out with just punches. So I think Carly Judice, runs her over here and wins by knockout or decision. All right, so we're still in agreement with the first fight of the prelims, man. Let's move on up to the next fight here. We got Jordan Leavitt against Yadier Del Valle. So yeah, man, looking at the face-offs here, man, both of them pretty much the same height. You can see Yadier Del Valle way more built, way more muscular, looks tough, looks way bigger than Jordan Leavitt. Leavitt, he's in decent shape. He's like, he's lean and stuff, but not very muscular. Just has like a regular body there. Really weird haircut though. But yeah, man, I like Yadier Del Valle to destroy Leavitt. I think that he's got to be careful though, Yadier Del Valle, not to get caught in a submission because Jordan Leavitt's submission game is really good. But I'm sticking with Yadier Del Valle to get this win by, I'll say by submission or decision in this one.
I don't think Del Valle is going to destroy Leavitt here. I think the odds are way off. Still, the thing that bothers me most about this fight is Del Valle running through a guy that was throwing the fight and then becoming a super favorite here. Just doesn't make much sense to me, but I still think Del Valle is going to get it done. I think they're going to be rolling around on the ground a lot in this one, and Leavitt is always tricky down there. But I think Del Valle has more power and is better on the feet, and obviously the skills to like hang down there. So give me Del Valle by decision or knockout also.
Now we'll really find out.
You have sub by Del Valle, right?
I got Del Valle to win by sub or decision, yeah.
I'm going to call him by a knockout or decision.
All right, so yeah, man, we'll really see now if that was a fixed fight against when Yadier Del Valle fought Isaac Delgarian there. So we'll see if that was a fixed fight or not. Because, like I said, if he's able to submit Isaac Delgarian, who I think is a way better fighter than Jordan Leavitt, he should be able to run through Jordan Leavitt here. So, all right, we're still in agreement with Yadier Del Valle. All right, let's move on up to the next fight. Andy, man, this one here, Philip Rowe against Jean-Paul Lebosniani here. Who you got in this one here?
Yeah. Boy, am I glad to see Rowe is taller because I'm switching my pick. No, I'm kidding. I knew he was going to be taller, and I really don't think he's all into it that much more mentally. He missed weight, I think, eh? This is the only guy that missed weight on the whole card, I believe, unless I'm wrong.
Who,
And
Philip Rowe?
eh?
Philip Rowe missed weight.
Yeah, Philip Rowe
Okay.
missed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Labosno Vani Yanni is gonna get in there and go for some takedowns, man. The sooner the better. He has the skills there once it gets down there to give Rowe some real problems, man. Rowe has a very hard time getting up when he's on his back. He does have some skills though, so I don't want to see Rowe on top or doing anything like that. But also Labosiani is pretty well-rounded, and I think he's going to be more the dog than Rowe, plain and simple. If it goes to decision, I think Labosnowski is going to win the decision. I'm going to call a sub or a sub or knockout for him this time. Actually, I'm going for the finish for Labosnoyani.
Yeah, man. Looking at these two here, you can see that Philip Rowe looks absolutely amazing, man. Yeah, Rowe was. Yeah, he did. He successfully hit the mark at 170.5 pounds. So he was a
Oh,
little
did he?
fitter to weigh in. Initially registered at 172, while Lesbos came in at 170. However, Rowe was allowed a second attempt on his next try. He successfully hit it.
Okay, so maybe I just saw the early weigh-ins and when
Yeah.
he got another chance there. Okay, my mistake.
That's it. So he avoided the miss weight in this one.
He
Luckily,
avoided
that's
paying
it.
the guy some of his money.
That's it. Yeah. So yeah, obviously you can see there. Obviously, Rowe, the taller guy, in great shape. He's ripped. He's muscular and built. There, he looks really good. Looks a little thicker than I normally seen Philip Rowe. Normally, when you see Philip Rowe, he's super skinny, right? Here, he looks a little bit thicker, man. And Lisbosniani looks absolutely phenomenal. Him too. He's ripped. He's muscular. He's built, and he looks big too. So obviously these guys, are pretty much the same size, except for Rowe is taller, maybe a little bit, more muscular, but not by much at all. I just think that, Labosniani, I think he's going to get the job done. I think he's going to be able to get the takedowns on Philip Rowe. Philip Rowe gets taken down very easily. Labosniani will get on top of him, use his submission skills, and maybe go for that ground and pound or get a sub. So I'm going Jean-Paul Lesbosniani by knockout or submission. I say he finishes Philip Rowe.
He's always got to stay on his toes for Rowe's power, though.
That's right. But I mean, Philip Rowe, man, he got finished in the last. No, actually, he didn't get finished, but he lost 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. So yeah, but I think that Bosniani can get the finish here. So I'm going to go with KO or submission for him to win. All right. So we're still in agreement with Jean-Paul Labosniani. Let's move on up to the next fight here. Ramiz Brahimaj against Punahele Soriano. This one here, man, Punahele looks really good. He's very good shape, pretty built there, ripped. You can see the abs there. He's in phenomenal shape, looking good. Ramiz Brahimaj also looking very good as well. He's in great shape too, pretty big as well. Obviously Punahele's taller. But I'm still sticking with Ramiz Brahimaj. Like I said, this guy impressed me a lot in the last fight. And I got Ramiz Brahimaj winning this one, man, by knockout or submission. I think he's going to find a way to get that sub, catch Punahele Soriano in some kind of a sub. Punahele might go for a takedown, might level change, try to go in too fast, and get caught with a guillotine or a front head choke or something like that. I just think that Ramiz Brahimaj's submission game is just way high level. I think he wins by knockout or submission with ground and pound or submission.
I also see him, Brahimaj, maybe somehow hopping on his back against the cage or when they're at the cage fighting. I'm not sure who has the better gas tank here. If it goes longer, maybe I'm going to go with Brahimaj because we've seen Soriano gas out here. And yeah, Brahimaj's sub skills, something definitely to be feared. I'm going to go with Brahimaj also by sub or decision. His striking is also improving a little bit, so that's also a plus.
All right, man. So we're still in agreement with Ramiz Brahimaj in this one here. Let's move on up to the next fight. All right, the ladies going at it here, man. Nora Cornhole and Jocelyn Edwards, Andy O.
Okay. Yeah, it's very hard to pick against Jocelyn Edwards considering the way she's been tearing it up her last three fights. Looks like a different fighter from how she looked before. Applies the grappling, goes for some takedowns, looks for subs even here and there, and of course, pretty good on the feet, nice kicks. And Cornhole, I don't think Cornhole is bad. Pretty good in the clinch, tough, but I think she's just catching Edwards at a very bad time as an opponent. So give me Edwards by knockout or decision.
Yeah, bro. Look at the size difference here, man. Jocelyn Edwards towering over Cornhole here, much bigger, much.
Now, Cornhole has more muscle on her, though.
Cornhole looks like she's a bit more ripped, yeah, for sure. Maybe a little bit more muscle, but as Edwards is a thick girl too. She's a big girl too. Not as ripped, but she's big and she's like strong. Bit of muscle as well. But the height advantage, I like it, and I think she's going to hit hard in this one. The last fight, Cornhole won by decision. I think the judges were on their side because she was in France in that fight and all that. So, this time I think Edwards is out for revenge. I think she comes out here, does a fantastic job. I'm going Jocelyn Edwards to get the win by knockout or decision. All right, so we're in agreement with this one as well. Yeah, me and you, we agreed on almost every single fight in these prelims here. All right, so we're at the this next fight here with Alden Correa against Luis Gurul here. Yeah, for this one here, I got to go with Alden Correa, man. He looks fantastic here, man. He looks awesome, in great shape. Super ripped and muscular, super built, taller than Luis Gurul. Gurul's in good shape too. You can see that he's also pretty built, also pretty ripped. But yeah, Alden Correa just looks so much more bigger than him, man. And I can see him really beating him up in this one. I'm not impressed with Luis Gurul at all. I think he's a fraud, like I said before. Getting in the UFC, losing back-to-back losses to Ode Osborne. He got knocked out by Ode Osborne. He looked bad against Jesus Aguilar, Jesus Aguilar is not even that fantastic.
He knocked him out, didn't he?
No, Jesus Aguilar won a unanimous decision,
Okay.
but Ode Osborne knocked out Luis Gurul. So I like Alden Correa here to win by knockout or submission. I say he finishes Gurul.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking Alden Correa again. Of course, he's back down to earth on the value, because if you took him last time, you were looking over $3, I think. But yeah, Guruli, man, also kind of getting up there for a really light weight class, and I just think Correa's boxing is going to be getting better and better. One of those guys, sparring with Joshua Van all the time, and I just never had a lot of faith in Guruli here. So give me a Correa by decision or knockout.
Nice. Still in agreement with this one here. Let's move on up to the co-main event of the prelims here. Ode Osborne here again.
And he's chinny. And he's chinny, Gurul.
Yeah, he is, man. Definitely chinny. Like I said, I think he's a fraud, man, personally. All right, so Ode Osborne against Alibi Idris here, Andy. We got.
I'm going to be going with Idris here to atone himself after I picked him in his last fight. It was his first UFC fight. He lost that fight there. Didn't look extremely special in that fight. Could have put it on a little more, I found, than he did, but I think he's going to atone himself in this fight. You got to always be wary of Ode Osborne's power and danger there early in the fight, but he's terrible off the back, and his cardio is bad. I think Idris definitely has better cardio, and you're going to go for that, some of that pressure striking. I'm pretty sure you're going to see a little bit of spinning stuff. And I think he should use the takedowns in this. He probably won't as much as he should. But man, Ode Osborne's terrible off his back. So give me Idris by submission or decision.
Yeah, Alibi Idris didn't take his shirt off here in these face-offs here. You can see he's got his shirt on here. A lot of these Kazakhstan guys do that, eh? They don't take their shirts off at the face-offs. Even the Russian guys too, I noticed that. But Yeah, Odie Osborne, fantastic shape as usual, always looking great there. He's super built and ripped. I like the fact that he's not that much taller than Alabi Adiris. They're pretty much almost the same height. He's got like a little tiny bit of a height advantage, barely.
I wouldn't even call it an advantage against Idris.
That's it, So like they're almost the same height, so that's like encouraging because I was, worried about that a little bit. But yeah, no, it's pretty accurate. He's barely a little bit taller, but Idris, I think he still gets the job done. Odie Osborne just can't. Just his fighting IQ is just trash, man. Like, he lost 4 out of his last 5 fights. Got subbed by another Kazakhstani, and Asu Almabayev. Got subbed by Jafel Filo. Ronaldo Rodriguez won by decision against him. Steve Erceg beat him as well in the last fight by unanimous decision. So he's lost 4 of his last 5 fights, man. Odie Osborne is just like really not that good, man, and he always finds a way to lose. So Alabi Idris is the pick. I'm picking him to win still by knockout or decision here, man. So we're still in agreement. Let's get to the main event of the prelims. Guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe. We're trying to get to 130 subscribers, man. We need 3 more of you guys to hit that sub button. Let's go. All right, so Chitty Bang Bang and Carlos Leal. Yeah, man, Carlos Leal, it does look juiced. I think he does look juiced. I think he's back on the juice. He looks big. Maybe not as much acne on the back there, but he's still pretty big. Looks pretty juiced to me. But yeah, Nojaquani is in great shape. Of course, he's very muscular, very built, very ripped as well. But super tall as well there. But he's definitely the skinnier guy. You can see Carlos Leal's bigger. Especially the chest, the back. He looks bigger than Chidi Nojaquani. But it's going to be a tough one, this one, man. But I'm still going to stick with Carlos Leal here. I think he's going to, if he's smart, he should try to take down Chidi Nojaquani, or at least go for a takedown, at least try to, show that he could go for a takedown and kind of fuck up Chidi's rhythm there. You don't want to stay standing and banging with Chidi, and you don't want to stay in Chidi's range either with those lengthy arms of his. So I'm going to go Carlos Leal, knockout or decision, man.
This is the way I see this fight and who's going to win. Oh, well, number one, I like the fact that there's no acne on his back, so that's enough for me. My pick is still going to stay be Njokuani here, but Njokuani is going to win either from distance, right, those distance strikes, or he's going to win in the clinch. Leal is going to win if he can keep it in that boxing range, man, and beat him up from there. That's really the way I see it. Not to mention, the quicker this happens for Leal, the better, because Njokuani, he gets hit kind of hard once. He starts to fold. But if Njokuani can get that range going right away, and if he comes in, get into that clinch right away, it could be short work for him against Carlos Leal also. I think there's a good chance of a knockout for this fight. I'm just siding with what I think is going to happen on the Njokuani side. So I'm going for a knockout.
Yeah, I think, if Njokuani does win this one, it's going to be by knockout. Carlos Leal has shown to, be a little sus there when it comes to his durability. He did get knocked out by Muslim Salikov in his last fight there. I think if Njokuani does win it will be by knockout. But I'm going to go with the slight lean on Carlos Leal still. Not very confident. So there you have it, folks. Our final thoughts, predictions, and face-offs for the prelims. Stay tuned for the main card coming up next.
MMA, baby.
Peace out, KMMA. Let's get it.